Today on the spot, we bring you up to speed on the Wii Shop downloads and the latest games to hit retail. We also go into Limbo for our daily demo and bring you an interview on Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Today on the spot.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Today on the Spot for Tuesday, June 29th. I'm your host, Sophia Tong, and I'm joined by Sean McInnes. Hi, Sean.
Hey, Sophia, how you doing?
Good. You look tired and kind of cranky.
A little bit. Well, thanks, I guess. There's a reason for that. I was up really late playing Red Dead last night, and I didn't get the best sleep in the world because I had a tragic loss. The horse that I've had the entire game, who I named Mr. Ed, was viciously murdered by a bear in the woods. For no reason.
Well, whose fault is that? Were you wandering in the woods?
Maybe.
Unsupervised?
Maybe.
We'll see.
But yeah, typical bear behavior, always killing horses without any provocation.
Well, you know what game I'm excited about?
What's that?
Kirby's Epic Yarn.
The best of E3 2010 winner on Gamespot.com.
Yes. Did you get a chance to play?
I didn't get a chance to play, but it looked really cool. I'm jealous that you actually got to play it.
Yes, it's co-op. It's kind of like, I don't know, Gears 3, but with yarn.
And slightly less violence.
Yeah, a little bit. But we have a great show lined up for you guys today. I'll be doing a demo of Limbo later, a platformer that was at E3. But first, let's check in with Tor Thorson with the news.
Hey everyone, it's your GameSpot news update for Tuesday, June 29th. I'm Tor Thorson. One of the highlights of Microsoft's press briefing at E3 2009 was Milo, an interactive virtual boy that sensed players' emotions. In a video presentation, the Project Natal title was unveiled with great fanfare by Peter Molyneux, head of Lionhead Studios, where it was developed. At E3 2010, Milo was most notable by its conspicuous absence from Microsoft's press event. This week, Xbox 360 Director of Product Management Aaron Greenberg has revealed the reasons why, namely that Milo will never see the light of day at retail. Greenberg told the Australian Broadcasting Corporation's Good Game Show that Milo was a tech demo, and nothing more. You know, when we unveiled the Project Natal technology, we showed a bunch of technology demos as part of that. And obviously that's a tech demo of technology that still exists, but right now it's not a game that we're planning to bring to market, he said. Then Tuesday morning, Greenberg recanted his statement, saying that Milo is still coming out after all. Project Milo absolutely continues in development at Lionhead Studios. It is not just a product we plan to bring to market this holiday, he said. The team at Lionhead Studios has always been a center of innovation and will continue to deliver against that charter. When Milo is coming out is still unknown. What is known is that Kinect is coming out in North America on November 4th and will cost $150 in the US. Sorry for the confusion, kids. Well, that's it, your GameSpot news update for Tuesday, June 29th. For more headlines, head on over to news.gamespot.com.
Now that you're all caught up with the news, let's get you all caught up this week on the Wii Shop Channel.
This week on Wii Shop Channel, WiiWare blasts off with Jet Rocket. Jump, run, and fly as you defend your planet against the evil power plant posse. Visit tropical islands, poisonous swamps, and freezing cold glaciers. Ride the ocean on your jet boat, parachute from giant cliffs, speed through the Arctic regions on your snowboard, or rocket into the sky with your jet turbine. If you crave a more down-to-earth thrill, grab a table and play Pong Toss Pro, frat party games. Born on college campuses, Pong Toss is the ultimate party game favorite. Now Pong Toss Pro takes it to the next level by featuring a completely redesigned throwing system for better accuracy. Play the new tournament mode with 4, 8, or 16 team bracket play in Pong Toss and Speed Pong. Pong Toss Pro features 6 regulation tables and the ability to modify simple house rules. Jack up your opponent by using a slew of power-ups that will slow them down. The first one who sinks the last cup wins it all. When you're done dispensing table justice, take it back to a time of real justice with Robin Hood: The Return of Richard. Restore the peace one era at a time, defending England from an enemy invasion. Wage war from Sherwood Forest while awaiting the return of the king. Save the poor as enemy forces burn local towns and villages. Test your archery skills across 12 levels through medieval England. Defeat supervillains such as the Sheriff of Nottingham, and dispense justice in this shooting game. Speaking of improving your shots, in Virtual Console this week we have Mario Tennis. Relive your glory days on the Nintendo 64 while choosing from a cast of 16 Nintendo characters, including the first introduction of Waluigi. Each character has their own style in categories such as speed, power, and control, all of which combine to offer a variety of court-pounding action. Play a number of challenging modes with up to 3 of your friends, from standard tournaments to the crazy item-filled Bowser stage. In Nintendo DSiWare, get your music on with Maestro Green Groove. If you like music, platforms, and pink bird-like things, if you like the jungle, you'll love Maestro Green Groove Edition. Enjoy being a virtuoso using your heart, stylus, and voice. Hit spiders to play drums, shoot fruit to bring out melody, pinch strings to play a tune. Music not your talent? How about dating in Date or Ditch? Think you're a real Casanova? Date or Ditch is an absorbing dating adventure for both guys and girls. Discover unique gameplay mixing social stimulation, hilarious face-to-face conversation, and fun quizzes. Randomly meet someone at a party, head to the movies together, and see where it goes. A surprise visit from your ex may spice up your love story a bit. Mind already twisted by dating? Unwind with some puzzles and animal color cross. Reconstruct mysterious animal images by filling in squares. Take on 72 individual puzzle grids with up to 50 hours of gameplay. 8 levels stretch across geographical areas including Europe, the North Pole, Pacific Ocean, North America, and South America. Combine your love of puzzles, animals, and pixels. Finally, when you're done drawing animals, go on the hunt with Ancient Tribe. In the old world of Savage, you play the god of an ancient tribe in this real-time strategy game. Expand your village by guiding its inhabitants to find food and resources. Use them to upgrade your village and increase its population. Recruit new troops and research new classes of tribal people by upgrading the existing tribe's equipment and technology. Or, improve your own godly powers by sacrificing some of your tribesmen and resources. On the hunting ground, your tribe will explore forests, deserts, volcanoes, and frozen lands. Hunt and tame exotic beasts and capture dinosaurs to ride into battle. That's all the time we have for today. Join us next week for This Week on Wii Shop Channel.
Well, Sophia, that's all well and good, but what do I do if I don't own a Wii?
Well, I guess you can find out what else is coming out this week with new releases.
Good idea. Let's check it out.
One of the more prominent releases this week is Traveler's Tales' Block Happy magical spin on the first 4 years of the Harry Potter saga. LEGO Harry Potter Years 1 through 4 comes to PlayStation 3, Wii, Xbox 360, DS, PSP, and PC, and guides players through Harry's first years at Hogwarts. Also arriving this week is Singularity, a sci-fi first-person shooter from Raven Software. The shooter combines gun-toting action with time-bending supernatural powers and will hit the PS3, Xbox 360, and PC. Those with a thirst for headshots can get their fix with City Interactive's Sniper Ghost Warrior for the Xbox 360 and PC. Taking place in Isla Truena, a fictional South American city, players will have 16 missions to complete and can enlist in multiplayer for a change of pace. Also releasing this week is 505 Games' Naughty Bear. As the name implies, the title puts players in the body of a teddy bear bent on exacting revenge upon those who have wronged him. Players are tasked with racking up naughty points and can use a variety of weapons, including a pistol and a frozen leg of lamb. The game comes to PS3 and Xbox 360 with both single-player and multiplayer components. Shifting over to the PC market, Electronic Arts releases All Points Bulletin, or APB. The large-scale online game revolves around an ongoing turf war between street gangs and law enforcement officials. Players can take to the streets with up to 99 others in individualized instance virtual cities. On the Wii front, Sin and Punishment: Star Successor hits Nintendo's console this week. A sequel to the Japan-exclusive original, Star Successor is an on-rails shooter with boss fights and more. Sony put their sights on the Virtual Court this week, releasing the latest Hot Shots title. Hot Shots Get a Grip comes to the PSP and will be available both at retail and in the PlayStation Store. For further details on the week's game, visit GameSpot's new releases page. Release dates are based on retailer listings and are subject to change.
Alright everybody, it's the daily demo portion of today's episode of the show, and right now we've got a charming little platformer for you called Limbo, courtesy of our own charming Sophia Tong.
Is it a platformer or is it a puzzle platform? I always get those confused.
It's certain ones, they're interchangeable. Puzzler, platformer,
It's like a puzzle
puzzler.
platformer.
It's one of those two.
Yeah.
What's Limbo all about, Sophia?
So Limbo, you play as this little boy right here. He is trying to find his sister. And so he's exploring this world. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I guess this is Limbo.
I guess this is Limbo.
Whoa.
So the entire game, is it black and white like
yes.
this?
So we can't really hear the sound right now, but oh my gosh.
Oh, you just got
Didn't
murderized.
time that one right.
No, not.
But yeah, you do die a lot in this game in a
Really?
variety of gruesome ways. It's actually kind of neat.
Even though you're ostensibly playing like a adorable young child.
Yes, but well, okay. So now I know that thing's coming, and then try to don't get impaled there. So yeah, it kind of seems cute with the black and white. It's like all fuzzy and stuff, but yeah, there's a lot of gross ways to die.
So
Like-
what are the puzzle elements in this game? It looks like we're seeing a lot of the standard, platforming stuff. Where do the puzzle parts come into play?
So sometimes you'll come across this area where you're not really sure how to. You pretty much you want to try to get through and not die. I think that's the main puzzle
Right.
element. So here.
Puzzle is try not to die.
Whoa. So it's a lot of trial and error. Like if you're not paying attention, like since I've already played through this portion, I know that flaming donut's coming my way. So then you try to avoid that.
See, if it was me, I would run towards the donut.
Yeah, and then realize you can't jump over it,
Right.
jump over that. But yeah, as you go through the levels, there are different elements that'll get introduced to you. So there's one part, it's later on in the game, like this glowworm gets attached to your head.
Oh, okay.
And it forces you to move in one direction, which is really weird, unless you hit a wall and then you move the other direction. So then
Right.
now you have to deal with him, moving in a certain direction. You can't stop him. So here, there's obviously other people in this world. So
And
that's
some of
okay.
them hanging from nooses.
Yes.
apparently.
So, oh my gosh. Oh, my
wow.
gosh. Whoa. Oh. Yeah. See, gruesome.
It's especially gruesome because you look like you're an 8-year-old boy.
I think you are. Have you seen this before?
I haven't actually. This is the first look I've had at this game.
Yeah. So, it's a lot of trial and errors. Like once
Yeah.
you know that that's coming, yeah, don't do it again.
I
So
like
just climb up here.
I take it the entire game is kind of grim like this?
Well,
it's all
grim.
fairly dark like that, or does it lighten up in other parts of the game?
There's some parts where there is some light involved, but I mean it's always going to be black and white. Some of the later levels I think have like you'll be in like an industrial area, so it does change up the setting a little bit. You're not just always in the forest. Oh, getting impaled by one of these spiders is not fun. So, gonna keep running.
Now, do you know the story behind this game? Is this an indie developer, or is this somebody that we would recognize already?
No, it's a developer from Denmark. I think this is one of their by Playdead, I believe.
Okay.
And yeah, whoa. Let's hope I make it.
Oh,
good.
nice.
Yeah, so I think this is one of their first games. I can't be sure, but I had a chance to meet with them during GDC, and it's just incredible. I mean, we can't hear the sound right now, but it's actually pretty freaky.
Is it haunting?
Yeah, well, it's just, I don't even think there's music.
Or
There's just, like,
are there
noise.
screams of agony when the boy dies?
No,
Saved
it's
by
just
a boulder?
oh jeez.
Yeah,
oh,
I
geez.
think I know what you need to do. Hide
Oh, no,
under-
spider.
Spider!
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
2 birds with 1 stone.
See, I'm trying not to die every 2 seconds, but yeah,
You're
usually.
doing a good job. You only died that one time.
Yeah, so I kind of know what I'm doing. So that's kind of like the puzzle element.
Right.
Like usually you'll die and be like, okay, well, I need to figure out how not to die next time.
Right.
And a lot of it's kind of figuring out what's in your environment and what you can sort of interact with. You can push and pull things. You can't swim though. So water is the problem.
Yeah, I guess I can see what you're saying with the puzzle parts, because a traditional platformer is much more agility based.
Yes.
You could run faster, jump higher, conceivably do double jumps, and
Yeah.
unlock a raccoon suit or what have you. This
Fly.
one, he's a kid and he can jump like a foot in the air, and that's
Oh,
about
geez.
it. So it does seem like there's a lot more of a mental challenge there with your.
Yeah, he can't
Restrictions.
really. At one point, you get caught by a spider and then spun into this like cocoon. So you're hobbling around in a cocoon. It's really neat. See this one
It seems like you're trying to fight a giant spider thing
with one
there.
leg. That has one leg left.
Oh, are you yanking its leg off?
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
See that?
Sick, it bled out too.
How
Are you
many
gonna
games lets you do this?
Now are you
Just
going
roll
to
it?
feast upon its delicious remains?
No, I kind of need this body right here.
Kind of looks like a lemon.
Yeah,
Like a
it's
hairy
little.
lemon.
It's a little fuzzy. But yeah, kind of gross. I'm not a big fan of spiders.
Oh, nice.
So playing this game, I leave it on mute, so I don't really hear all the gross noises. But I mean, that's part of the whole experience. When I first played it, it was in a dark room. Sound was on like full volume.
Oh, wow.
It was fantastic. But
I gotta say, I do like the art style.
yeah, it is nice. But But I don't want to spoil too much, so we should probably end it soon. But it is coming to Xbox Live Arcade right now. There's no confirmation for any other platforms at the moment, and it should be out sometime July, August, this summer, part of the Xbox Summer Arcade thing that they have.
And you said no price points quite yet?
Not yet. They haven't announced it, but they should be announcing it soon.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much, Sophia.
No problem. So moving on with the rest of the show, we still have some E3 coverage. Here, let's check out Marvel vs. Capcom 3, our E3 interview.
Hello there, I'm Yota Nitsuma from Capcom Japan, and I'm the producer of this title here, Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I'm just really happy that I'm finally able to show it to the world and show what we've been working on. It's a big relief to finally reveal it. Also, the fact that everyone seems to be responding well to it has just been unimaginably awesome. It's great that everyone seems to take a liking to it. I'm glad that people are actually able to play it, and yeah, I'm just really excited by everything that's happened, and the fact that we got some awards too is pretty nice. Well, when we started out, I thought it would kind of end up being a more improved, refined version of Tatsunoko vs. Capcom. But as we started working on it, the goal was actually to bring it more in line with what Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was. And as you can see here, I think the ROM on display at E3 is getting closer to that, but the one that we're actually working with back in Japan is even closer to what Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is. And as we keep working on it, I think it'll feel like more of a true successor in terms of gameplay and the game balance and whatnot. Well, we took a lot of feedback from Marvel vs. Capcom 2 because fans had played that, and we listened to what they said regarding that, and I think we were able to implement some of that feedback into the balance issues of this game. As far as the characters go, it basically came down to seeing who would look cool in this game. And then when we thought about, well, who would look cool, what kind of moves can we do with those characters? And also, can we keep some of the little in-jokes or little unique traits that make these characters who they are from their source material and replicate that in the game itself? And then after that, we just had to keep fine-tuning the balance until we found the perfect mix. From what you see here, we're still planning on adding a few more to the mix. This isn't a finalized version of that at all. What you will see with the finalized version is because it's a versus fighting game, the tempo has to be more fast-paced than, say, something like Street Fighter. So the hyper combos and all those big deal moves, they're not going to be as long as the ones you saw in Street Fighter. They're going to be more quick-paced and fast action type. There will be a few that are kind of long and drawn out, but for a few characters, or special characters here and there. But for the most part, they'll just be these quick types of super combos. I think the American comic characters, not just Marvel comic characters, but the American superheroes, if you will, they have a unique aura to them. It's something I don't really feel with the Japanese comics. In one regard, I guess it's the way they talk. All the American comic heroes, they have a unique way of talking, but it's not a monolithic way, if you will. Depending on the situation they're in, they change who they are. They're more adaptable, if you will. Like the Tatsunoko characters, a lot of them, they're always that character, no matter what situation they're in. But working on this project, we learned like, oh, this character, he should be like this, right? And then we get told, well, no, because if he was in this situation, he'd be like this. So I find that's really interesting. I don't know, these American superhero comics, they exude a certain aura that I don't always find. Actually, we are planning on trying to incorporate a stage where the fight has an effect on the background, but I mean, nothing has been finalized yet, and we're still looking into how we can do it. But that aside, what I do want to convey with the different backgrounds and stages is kind of like a passage of time, if you will, so that there is change in the background as you play the game. So here on display, you can see the Daily Bugle stage, and you can see the people that are riding in, like going up the windows on the sides there. So as you play throughout the fight, the stage will change in accordance with time. As far as getting feedback from the fans is concerned, I guess one of the easiest ways is like the Capcom community, the Capcom Unity. I mean, just post your feedback there. Somehow they get back to me, and I'm sure there are a lot of internet forums where people can post their feedback. Obviously, I can't read it all, but yeah, I hope to be able to look over or check out some of the more salient points that fans make, and if possible, I would like to be able to respond to that in some way. Personally, what I'd like them to focus on, I'd like them to focus on the characters if possible, because we spend a lot of time trying to get these characters just right and putting a lot of little tweaks and quirks and in-jokes that make these characters who they are. And I hope the fans will notice that and see the efforts we put in. Also, for the characters that are making a return from Marvel vs. Capcom 2, their special moves and their super moves, I want people really to look at them closely and see how we've improved and added to what they were compared to 10 years ago, since we have a lot more graphic capabilities available to us now. Okay, well, you'll get a final answer on when this is getting down, when this will be available in the near future. But as far as the next big information dump, if you will, that'll be at Comic-Con this year. We hope to have more information about the game, more details about it, and also that'll be a chance for the regular players out there, the fans, to actually get their hands on it, so that'll be exciting. We'll also be announcing more information about the actual fighting system itself in the future, and the game will be available on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3.
So the video team is still hard at work bringing you content from E3. Now, Sean, what are you going to do in the next couple of days?
Now that I have to go back to my real world problems,
Yes.
like, for example,
Your dead horse?
my dead horse that you just kindly reminded me of.
Oh,
while I
I'm
was trying
sorry,
to
Sean.
forget it. Yeah,
Maybe you should
that
watch
was
some Toy
nice.
Story 3.
Oh,
boost
I
your
should do
spirits.
that, actually. That's a good idea.
All
I
right.
will. It's a plan.
Okay, so that about wraps up another episode of Today on the Spot. I'm Sophia Tong.
I'm Sean McGinnis.
We'll see you guys on Thursday.
Why did you remind me about the dead horse?
One of the highlights of Microsoft's press briefing at E3 2009. E3 2009. One of the highlights of Microsoft's press briefing at E3. One of the highlights of Microsoft's press briefing at E3. You sure that first one wasn't good enough?